Hi, everybody. It's Joe from PrepAgent. How's everybody doing? Thumbs up if you can hear me. There, we got some thumbs up. Means we're ready to go. Today we're doing agency. Who knows the essentials? Uh-oh. Okay, ACOLD. What does ACOLD stand for? What do you guys think? What does ACOLD stand for? Stands for accountability, confidentiality, obedience, loyalty, and disclosure. Accountability, confidentiality, obedience, loyalty, and disclosure. Okay. On the board, we have our first question of the day. When is a broker relieved of the obligation to present an offer to purchase real property to the principal? A, when the offer contains more than 3 contingency clauses. B, when the offer is patently frivolous or the broker is acting on written instructions of the principal. C, a broker is never relieved of the obligation to present an offer. Or D, when the offer is for the purchase of non-residential property. What do you guys think? And the answer is B, when the offer is patently frivolous or is acting on written instructions of the principal. I have some exciting news for you guys today. Anybody want some exciting news? Give me a yes if you want some exciting news. Okay, Sylvia is online today. Where are you, Sylvia? We have, I think her name on this is Sylvia and Todd. All right. So my exciting news is we're talking about new people doing this. We are actually in the process of training Sylvia, and she will be doing her first webinar on Monday night. All right. So with Sylvia helping, we're going to start to open up evening sessions. All right. Hopefully that'll help some of you guys. So Sylvia is going to be leading these so she can help me out so we can offer more options. So Sylvia's online today. You can see it's Todd and Sylvia right there. And hopefully us open up more options. As you guys know, I've been talking about this for a while. So now we're getting ready to do it. Okay. So on Monday will be her first session. So she's online today, still learning, still training. But on Monday, it's her show. So it's going to be very exciting. I hope you guys show up to support her and are super nice. Okay, so I'll be still doing the Monday day one, but she'll be doing it in the evening. All right, so that'll open up some different time periods. Okay, don't know what subject yet. We're going to decide. We're going to obviously start with one that Sylvia is super comfortable with. We don't want to start her off on a hard one. We're going to start her off on one that she feels comfortable teaching. Right, Sylvia? Okay. Kathy asked Joe, our fiduciary is cold or AC or old car? Yes. Okay. So I hope that was exciting news for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Or I hope you guys enjoy the fact that we're opening up more hours, trying to get more people involved so we can have more time slots for everybody. Okay. Which of the following is not essential to the creation of an agency relationship? A, fiduciary relationship. B, consent of the principal. C, competency of the principal. Or D, agreement to pay consideration. Okay, and the answer is D, agreement to pay consideration. Good. All right, good. Agreement to pay consideration. Agreement to pay consideration is the essential of a valid contract, not of agency. Don't get that confused, okay? And obviously, I want to ask you guys who could tell me the 4 essentials of a valid contract. The 4 essentials of a valid contract. What do you guys think? What are the 4 essentials of a valid contract? Okay, we got mutual consent. That's 1. Capable parties, consideration, and lawful object. Okay, writing is not an essential of valid contract. Okay, remember that, guys. That's one that comes up on the exam quite a bit. Okay, ethical practices of real estate licensee most nearly means A, efficient and effective business practices. B, the licensee's honesty and fairness in dealing with the public, clients, associates, and customers. C, knowledge and respect for the law. Or D, being held in the high esteem by peers and the public. Okay, the answer is B. All right, good. The licensee's honesty and fairness in dealing with the public, clients, associates, and customers. Good. In which of the following ways can an agency relationship not be created? Be careful of that word not. A, oral contract. B, voluntary offer by the agent. C, implied contract. D, written contract. The answer is B. Okay, I just want to clarify something for everybody. Very often I say message me through Facebook. I'm referring to the PrepAgent Facebook page, not the PrepAgent study group page. The study group page, you can't message me directly. All you can do is post on that board, of which I see. I see the post. To message me directly, you have to go through the Facebook page, okay? So I just want to clear that up for everybody because there was some confusion by some people. Okay, you got the Facebook Real Estate Exam Study Group and the PrepAgent Facebook business page. Message me through the business page. And move right along. When the selling agent is a sub-agent of the listing broker, his fiduciary duty and primary allegiance are to the seller and buyer. His fiduciary duty and primary allegiance are to the seller only. He only he only owes each party the normal customer service. Fiduciary duty and primary allegiance to the buyer only. And the answer is B. Okay, you have fiduciary duty to your client, but you have to treat everybody with honesty. Okay, and in this situation, the client's the listing broker. Okay, because they're all working under that one contract. Good. I can't leave this screen and get that link for the Facebook group. So if anybody would not mind, just if they have that link accessible for the Facebook group, if you could put it in the chat, I'd appreciate it. If not, no big deal. I'll do it later. Okay, if a principal no longer desires the broker to act for him during the period of an exclusive right to sell listing, he may A, none of the other options are correct. B, revoke the agency created by the listing contract, but may be liable for damages. C, not revoke the agency because an exclusive right to sell listing is an irrevocable contract. Or D, be forced to sell his property. And the answer is B. Why is it B? Anybody want to try and explain that one? Why is it B? Why could they be liable for damages if they revoke this? Why could they be liable for damages? Who knows? Okay, it can be liable for damages because you have to remember they get the agent deserves that right to try and find the buyer. They deserve that time, agreed upon time. For example, if it's 90 days, 90 days. You got to think of it through the perspective of the agent. If you look for a buyer, hold open houses, pay for advertising, do all that work, and then all of a sudden the seller says, nope, don't want to do this anymore, that's not fair. Okay. All right. So then that agent could be due their commission or due damages because they put forth effort. Yeah. If you can't put the link, just put up real estate exam study group, PrepAgent real estate exam study group in the Facebook search. It'll come up. I promise. You'll see my face with the hat. In addition to the duties of diligence, care, and skill, a real estate agent owes the principal a full disclosure of all facts material to the subject of the agency. Any intentional concealment of such facts by the agent would probably be regarded as A, misrepresentation, B, conversion, C, constructive fraud, or D, commingling. Good. Misrepresentation, A. Who here knows the difference between conversion and commingling? Who knows the difference between conversion and commingling? Anybody? What do you guys think? The difference between conversion and commingling. Who knows? Okay, Lauren says commingling is mixing funds with your own. Good. Good job, Lauren Rodberg. So what's conversion? And conversion is actually using the money. Good. They're both big no-nos. I guess conversion would be the bigger no out of the no-no. Right? Commingling is mixing the money. Conversion is actually using it. Broker Carr with ABC Real Estate Company listed the property of the seller. Broker Smith with XYZ Real Estate Company called Broker Carr and disclosed that he was a buyer agent. Broker Smith wrote a contract with the buyer for the sale of the property. What, if any, is the relationship between the buyer's broker, the seller, and the listing broker? And the answer would be C. There's not a relationship between the parties. Broker Carr represents the seller and Broker Smith represents the buyer. Good job, everybody. Anybody have any questions they want to ask me that I'm not addressing? You guys have any questions, write them in the chat. I'll see if I can answer them. But I can't promise. I don't know everything. I know a lot, but not everything. If two parties want to create an enforceable broker-principal relationship concerning a right, title, or interest in real property, the most essential element to do so would be A, an agreement about the commission, B, an employment contract, C, the authority to accept a deposit, or D, a purchase agreement. And the answer is B. What are they employing you to do? Who knows the answer to that? What are they employing you to do? Find a buyer. That's correct. They're employing you to find a buyer. Good. Not sell the house. Why can they not employ you to sell a house? Why is the answer not sell a house? Nice job, Aaron. Very simple. It's not your house. Only the seller can make that decision. You could just bring the buyer and they go from there. How many of you guys have heard people say, you get a listing so you could sell somebody's house? You guys heard that before? A listing is there to sell somebody's house. Okay? Hopefully now that you guys have been studying, you're like, nope, 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 not right, not right. Okay. The words procurring cause would have an important meaning to which of the following? A dispute over commission on an exclusive agency listing. B, the sale of government land. C, when securing a listing. Or D, a lawsuit against a licensee involving fraud. The answer is A. Good. Which of the following represents the minimum time period for an exclusive right to sell listing? A, 90 days, B, 45 days, C, 6 months, or D, whatever is agreed upon by the seller and the broker. So could you have a listing for like 3 days? Could you do a 3-day listing? Like, could somebody just say, list it for the weekend, that's it. I just want it for the weekend. I want to see what you can do for this weekend. I want you to hold some open houses this weekend, and that's it. Good. So the answer is yes. And I've seen that before. People are just like, listen, just this weekend, that's it. You find somebody to open houses this weekend, you're good to go. If not, move on. I believe you can have one for a year. I've never seen that before. I think probably have one for a year on bigger type properties, like more industrial type properties. But your average residential property, it doesn't happen much. Illegally refuse to present a proper or offer on the property to seller when A, the broker plans to purchase the property himself. B, the seller has already accepted a backup offer. C, the broker is acting as a gratuitous agent. Or D, acting on the express instructions from the seller. What do you guys think? Good. D, acting instructions from the seller. Good. Any first timers here today? Write first time if it's your first time. Excuse me. Welcome, Nolani Katret. I think I said that right. Nolani. All right. Edward, Sue, welcome, guys. Okay, if a broker is an agent of the seller, he owes to the buyer a duty of fair and honest dealing, B, only a duty to disclose any items which relate directly to the sales price, C, only the duty to answer questions honestly, or D, the same fiduciary obligations. What do you guys think? A. Good job, everybody. It was a fair and honest deal with everybody. Also, do not forget, if you guys can't make a webinar, we have them all recorded and they're on your PrepAgent control panel. You just go under webinars, click on the calendar, and you can find the previous webinars. So if you miss one, don't worry, you can listen in. It's all recorded and accessible to you. The broker who most qualifies for a commission is the one who A, received the offer from the buyer, B, communicated the acceptance to the buyer, C, received the acceptance of an offer, or D, gave the seller to the offer. Do you guys remember what you need for mutual consent to be mutual consent? Do you guys remember that 3-step process? Who could tell me what it is? What's that 3-step process? Nice job, Laura. Offer acceptance and communicate back that acceptance. Laura Bendixson got it correct first. So I would give you a high five, Laura. Offer acceptance and communicate back that acceptance. Okay, and that's what this question is referring to. You got to communicate that acceptance to that buyer. In some cases, a broker's commission can be earned if he can prove he set in motion a series of events which resulted in the sale of a property. If a broker produces a ready, willing, able buyer, he would most likely A, have secured the buyer's signature on the sales contract, B, be considered the procuring cause of the sale, C, have an exclusive right to sell a listing, or D, showed property to the buyer. And the answer is B. What does it mean to be the procuring cause? What do you guys think? What does it mean to be the procuring cause? Anybody? Okay, you're the reason the buyer's there. In what type of listing do you not need to prove that you're the procuring cause? In what type of listing do you not need to prove that you're the procuring cause? In what type of listing do you not need to prove that you're the procuring cause? What do you guys think? It's like Carmen got it right. Nice job, Carmen Chipman. Exclusive right to sell. Good, exclusive right to sell. I really think in another life, I was like Alex Trebek. I think I'd be a great game show host. Okay, moving right along. For 5,000. Okay, typically a listing broker is usually considered to be a fiduciary agent of the seller, B, the principal in the transaction, C, the client in the transaction, or D, a dual agent. Okay, so the answer is A, a fiduciary agent of the seller. Okay, because your fiduciary duty is the seller. Remember, you have to be honest with everybody. Okay, so don't get that confused on your exam. You have to treat everybody with honesty and fairness. Okay, what does fiduciary mean? Maybe I can make a Jeopardy game out of these sections. It's an interesting idea. I think I'll explore it. It could be fun. Okay, what does fiduciary mean? What do you guys think? Okay, the big thing is loyalty when you have a fiduciary relationship. Good. Okay, an actual agency relationship that arises by the actions of the parties rather than by expressed written agreement is called A, special agency, B, ostensible implied agency, C, universal agency, or D, general agency. Hey, good. Implied agency. What's that? Walks like a duck, acts like a duck, must be an agent, right? As I like to say. Valuable, good, sufficient, adequate are terms most closely associated with A, compensation, B, performance, C, bilateral contracts, or D, consideration. Does consideration have to be money? Good. The answer is consideration. Does it have to be money? No, it does not. Which of the following statements best shows the difference between an exclusive right to sell and either an open or an exclusive agency? A, an exclusive right to sell appoints only one agent, the others do not. B, an exclusive right to sell guarantees the listing broker a commission if he, she, or any other cooperating broker procures a ready, will, and able buyer under the seller's terms and conditions. Exclusive agency and open listings do not provide the same. C, an exclusive right to sell agreement permits the seller to sell his house without paying a fee, the others do not. Or D, an exclusive right to sell agreement enables the seller to negotiate a commission, the others do not. What do you guys think? Always go with that long one, right? When in doubt, serve the longest one. It's true. Reading's lame. Yuck. Ugh. In a typical agency relationship between the broker and the client, the broker's commission is determined by A, the local real estate board, B, state law, C, minimum based on the property type, or D, mutual agreement. And the answer is D, mutual agreement. Is it allowed for the entire community to set a standard commission for everybody who works in that community? Is that legal? Is it legal to have a commission that's set for the entire community that everybody must abide by? What would that be a violation of? What do you guys think? What would that be a violation of? That would be the Sherman Antitrust Act. Good. Sherman Antitrust Act. Who could give me other examples of violations of the Sherman Antitrust Act? Who could give me examples of other violations of the Sherman Antitrust Act? Boycotting, good one, Aaron. Aaron, what? Price fixing, good. Steering would be the example of a violation of fair housing. Okay, steering's when you're directing people to certain properties based upon ethnic makeup. Blockbusting would also be a violation of fair housing. Just remember, the Sherman Antitrust Act is there to secure free market competition, okay? Things that have to do with discrimination are violations of fair housing. Very different. In order to be entitled to a commission, a broker must show that she was the current cause of sale under all the following types of listings except A, non-exclusive listings, B, open listings, C, exclusive agency listings, D, exclusive authorization and right to sell. We are rocking. Good job, everybody. Everybody's getting the answer right here, which is great. But I want to hear from those people who are having trouble. Sometimes the people who have a difficult time are scared to write in, especially when everybody else is getting it correct. Can we all agree that we want the people who are having trouble to be able to write as well? So I don't want those people being scared. So everybody, let's write that if you're having trouble, don't be afraid. All right, don't be afraid. Okay, and we'll all support you guys. Because I'm noticing all the people who are getting everything right are answering, which is awesome. But we also want to hear from those people who are having trouble. And my experience with this group has always been very supportive. We've been doing it for about 3 months now. It's always been very supportive. So if you guys are having trouble, we want to hear from you as well, not just the smarty pants in the front row who wave their hand in the air. Okay, moving right along. Okay, Kathy writes, is dividing the community part of the Sherman Antitrust Act? Yes, it is. And what I think you mean by dividing the community is if you said, all right, Joe, you take the south side of town. I say, Kathy, all right, you take the north side of town. And I won't go on the north side, and you don't come on the south side. And we'll make sure to stick to our region and never cross that line. That is a violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act. I believe that's what you're talking about, right, Kathy? Okay, yeah, so that's a violation of that. All right, here we go. An agent who represents the buyer exclusively may A, be retained but must be disclosed to the seller, B, present offers to the seller and seller's agent, C, present offers to the seller only, D, be delivered to the seller within 1 day. And the answer is B. Present offers to the seller and the seller's agent. Good job, everybody. The final decision in establishing the listing price is made by the A, owner, B, appraiser, C, broker, or D, salesperson. Okay, and the answer is A, because it's their house. You can recommend, you can advise, but you can't tell them what to do. All right, moving right along. With the agency agreement is a statement that binds the buyer to paying the broker's fee. Within a stated number of days, the broker purchases a property that was shown to the buyer during the agency period. This clause is called the A, automatic extension clause, B, buyer liability clause, C, broker protection clause, or D, limited coverage clause. Okay, answers C. Okay, this is also known as that safety clause or protection period clause. All right, good job, everybody. And what this says is that you could close a deal with a buyer you were working with during the term of the listing, but you could close that deal after that listing expires. Yeah, usually Lauren, so Lauren wrote, I haven't heard of broker protection period before. I usually hear it as safety clause or protection period clause. So I'm with you on that one. Okay. When a written agreement spells out the responsibilities of the principal and the agent, the relationship created is called A, a limited partnership, B, ostensible agency, C, an express agency, or D, an implied agency. And the answer is C, an express agency. All right, guys, that's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. Let's see. Nolani asked me, what is ostensible? Ostensible is the same as applied agency. It's an agency created by actions. So B and D are the same thing. B and D are essentially the same thing. Okay, Ann Morris asks, can the prospective buyer purchase insurance to protect from hidden damages to the home after it closes? Yes, whatever's agreed upon. Whatever they agreed upon. They could do that. Okay, so that's that for today, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Tomorrow's the last one before the weekend. I will not be doing any of these on the weekend. And enjoy your Thursday.